Welcome to Everything in Between.
We're a mother
and daughter
with a lot to say about, well,
everything. I'm Braelyn.
And I'm Lynne. And this is your show for perspective, real talk,
and feeling less alone in the chaos.
It's time.
It's real.
Oh my gosh.
It's happening.
How do you feel?
I feel nervous.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I honestly didn't think that I would.
Okay.
I've been making videos for so long.
But we're starting a podcast.
I know.
Together.
And this is more production than I've ever done.
I mean,
I'm used to being at home in my room.
This is close.
By myself.
Because we're in our super bougie office.
Yes, this is true.
So why? Why did we want a podcast? What are we doing?
Oh my God, we've talked about this for so long.
Right.
Yeah.
And?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I just feel like we have a lot of interesting perspectives. That would be my why.
That's not
like
humble,
unique.
but it's true. I think it's true.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm very known for being super humble.
We have a lot of really spontaneous conversations.
Yes. Well, we do a lot of work together.
Right. But it's not like, oh, let's go get coffee.
No.
And then figure out what we're going to talk about or something like that.
No, it's like, oh, we have a 3-hour meeting scheduled and we end up talking about AI.
That's what happens. And then we're like, tools. Why are we not doing a podcast?
Yes.
Because maybe some people would find this interesting.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mother-daughter.
Yes.
Spontaneous conversations.
Mm-hmm. And lots of work together, like a lot of work together.
Yeah. Why are you making that face?
I don't know. Do most people work with their moms this much?
I have no clue.
I've run in the last 8 years, I've run into maybe like one other mom and daughter, maybe like 2 other mom and daughter duos. But I don't know how many of them are like doing direct support work. Like I'm actually your assistant.
Do you ever get people that think you're my only daughter?
No.
Because this is the only thing they know?
Actually, I don't know. Nobody tells me that. I don't know how I would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because there's 3.
Yeah, there are 3.
Yes. And you're the baby.
I was going to say, if you had to guess, which one would you think I was? If you surveyed moms and daughters that work together.
Is it babies?
I feel like it probably is.
Very interesting.
If I had to guess.
Okay. But like, what are the things we would talk about that you, where you thought it might be interesting? Like, yes, tech.
Everything, tech, like business, politics, women's rights, like things affecting our local town, a lot of technology, even fun stuff like clothes, vacations, restaurants.
Okay, like to be honest, I came to the office today ahead of filming this and I was wearing yoga pants and I got a hard no from Braelyn.
Not a hard no.
Yeah.
It was like a,
go
are
home
you sure
and put
that's
on pants.
what you want to be wearing on our first episode?
I mean, and then you didn't, I had a little neon.
There was some neon.
A little bit of neon that I thought was kind of cool, but apparently it wasn't.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like you want to make a good impression.
Okay, well.
It's the first time.
But you said be natural, and that was my Monday gear.
Okay, true.
So I was trying not to be fake.
To be fair, that is a good point. I did say that.
All right.
But
anyway, I think that a lot of the interesting piece is generationally.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know how we sync up, and we don't always, but for the benefit of listeners who don't know anything about us, I was born in 1963, which some people put as a baby boomer, and I heartily reject.
Yeah, you don't give off boomer energy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And now they've named us the Joneses.
Yeah, that makes much more sense.
So they gave us this new generation that's like,
X.
it's like in between Gen X and boomers, which is always where, and I just made up a name for it, and I always said we were in-betweeners.
Yeah.
It used to be only about footwear.
Explain.
Well, I could see people out and I'd be like, oh, I think they're about my age. Mm-hmm. And then I would look at the footwear.
Are you going to say something mean
now?
No,
because back in the day when sneakers were not being worn as much as they are now,
baby
boomers would always wear like weird jeans with white tennis shoes,
Yeah.
like everywhere.
Like Costco jeans.
Before they were cool.
No offense to Costco,
Costco jeans, white
yeah.
tennis shoes, you could just pick them out.
Basically your brother.
Yeah. Or pants with pleats in them long after they needed to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you would know like the Xers would never show up that way.
No, they
So
were
there was a
cooler
clear
stuff.
line.
Yeah.
But in my case, I didn't really feel like I fit in either one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's me.
Yes.
You are at the young end of a millennial.
Yeah.
But you have a ton of Gen Z vibes.
Yeah, I feel like I had, because I have both sisters are millennials, like through and through.
Through
like,
and through.
Like I listen to all their music, watch
Can we
all
make
their
fun
shows.
of millennials?
We can make fun
That
of
would be
millennials.
fun.
I always make fun of millennials.
yeah.
But then like growing up, I feel like I was old for my grade. So I had friends that were younger than me growing up. So I feel very like in tune to Gen Z, like not entirely. Don't get me wrong. I still am a millennial, but like I'm a millennial that understands Gen Zers.
Okay.
Is how I would categorize myself.
So sometimes
I mean,
we
I'm
have,
wearing low cut baggy jeans
You
right
are.
now.
I
so
know.
if that says anything about my generation.
but the
status.
Vans are
But yes, also
millennials?
Vans. I don't know.
okay. Anyway,
Who knows?
I think we felt like because we span a lot of years, I'm 30 years older than you.
Yeah.
And
That was definitely the initial like,
we were like,
oh, we kind of cover like both generations. That's kind of cool. Well,
Yeah, it
four
is.
technically.
all right. So that's kind of a basis.
Yeah.
We assume that our listeners are mostly women,
Yeah.
but maybe spanning that whole generation.
Yeah.
And we talk about, we're both business leaders, business owners.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of that worked in.
Yeah. Definitely.
But then there's a ton on mental health.
Yeah.
that we talk about. We talk about
I mean,
all
we'll
of it.
talk about everything.
That's why we call it everything in between.
Yeah. We're going to talk about
Yeah.
everything in between.
Yeah. So let's start with what we talked about for the episode today.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Do you have your story ready? Because you
I
know
have it
what
in my
mine
brain.
is.
Yeah, I know what yours is.
Well, feel free to prod me along.
Okay.
If it gets boring,
Okay.
or I roll your camera.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a children's book called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
Yeah.
It's a domino effect story, right? So you give this mouse a cookie and then he's going to want a glass of milk and it turns into a whole thing. It's 25 different things that happen with this book.
Yeah.
I think the point of it is if you do one thing, it leads to something else. So we talk a lot about energy in the universe, and we talk about how you don't get anywhere without taking a step, no matter how small it is.
And
right?
sometimes not knowing where it will take you.
Yeah, and I think always thinking that it has to lead somewhere.
Yeah,
So sometimes
no.
people want to take steps, and it's like, well, I don't get why I would do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where my story starts. Is we live in this. Are we saying where we live?
I'm fine with it. I
Okay,
don't
so
really
we
care.
live in Gilbert, Arizona.
Yeah.
It's a large town. So if we call it a
Technically.
city,
Yeah.
260,000 people and $1 billion budget. So it's not small beans. Suburb of Phoenix, in Maricopa County, third largest county,
Yeah.
I believe, in the U.S. You know, are we going to have staffers at some point that can like fact check us?
Maybe.
That would be great.
I'm sure we can fact check ourselves.
Little producers that would be telling us things like, oh, that's not the right thing. You got that wrong. Anyway, I live in this town. I'm running a business. I am not terribly involved in the town. I'm involved on national boards and things like that. I don't remember what prodded me, but something prodded me to maybe get involved in some aspect of Gilbert.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came up was an art and culture council. It's like a sub-council of the town council. And so I thought, oh, that's cool because I'm a musician. I worked with a lot of cultural clients. So I thought this would be a good fit. And I felt like as a town and city, we had zero of both of those things on a wide
kind
level.
of still do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. So I joined this council, and I had been on national boards and all of that. So I'm thinking it's going to be kind of a big deal. And it wasn't. We had, I think, a $5,000 budget.
I don't even think it was that.
It was really small. And they had spent, when I got there, they had spent 2 years trying to get a mural painted on a bench downtown to bring art downtown. And this poor board had like worked so hard and had all these contests. And it literally, we got the bench.
Yeah, we did. There's multiple benches now.
Yeah. 2 years.
Yeah.
This is not a big deal, right? I'm sitting and chairing like large boards in the nation. And now I go to this art and culture thing at my time. Like, oh my gosh, why am I here? But they were lovely people that I met.
Yeah. Passionate. Committed.
So I stayed with it and it was fine. And then one of them invited me to go to a gala. Do you say gala or gala?
I say gala, but I think that technically both are correct.
I say gala. Gala. I don't know. Where's the producers to tell us which is right? So I get invited. She said, oh, you need to come to this gala. It's a fundraiser. And I was like, why? She said, it's the only thing Gilbert has that's like the who's who of Gilbert. And I said, well, I'm really not. And she said, oh, I'm going to get you at this great table and you can meet Jen Daniels, who's the upcoming mayor, and other council members. And I was like, great. Sounds good. So I did, and I met Jen and actually sat right next to her. She was just going to be coming into office. She was not what I expected for a mayor. We quickly connected and stayed connected. In fact, I was like, I don't have a person, but do you have a person if we want to get together? And she goes, I have no people. It's just me. Here's my phone number and you can text me. And so we started a friendship and stayed connected. And it was important to her to be connected to business leaders. That was my only little foot in the door. And then she formed a business council. This was Deloitte, Northrop Grumman, like all of these big companies, and me on this board. She wanted advice from business leaders on how policies would affect the town. So that was huge.
Yeah.
And I grew my network enormously. And then I started interacting with all these other business leaders, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
And highly valuable. And then Jen made a life choice to not run for mayor at the same time I was exiting my company. And I had people come to me who said, have you ever thought of running for mayor? Because there's kind of an opening. And I thought about it. Actually, I did it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to think about.
I'm telling you, like, this is a surprise.
I did it.
Yeah. But you got really into it.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, how often does your mom run for mayor?
Right. I mean, the results are, I'm not the mayor.
I mean, yeah, it was like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 though.
It was very, very close.
It was very, very close.
And I ran during COVID, so I did the whole thing digital.
That was pretty crazy too.
We had to stop knocking on doors just the time we got enough signatures to turn in. So I did the whole thing was video, lunch with Lynne, Zooms.
Yeah.
When people still didn't know how to unmute their mic.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they still don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, out of that experience, it shaped me hugely.
Is that your cookie?
I think that's the glass of milk or whatever you end up at.
Yeah.
I mean, if I take it a step further, I now work with some of those leaders in my consulting practice. And so I went to this tiny little $5,000 budget meeting.
Yeah.
And that's where it ended up.
Yeah.
So had I not, I don't think any of that would have happened.
No, and you probably were not like thinking that any of that was even on the possible, like that was not even on your radar.
Because some people would be like,
you were not like,
I want to run for mayor
this.
someday. So maybe I should be on a committee.
Yeah.
People can sense that.
Yeah.
If you're doing that.
I mean, and that's valid too, if that's what you want to do. But your point is that you do something unknowingly.
Right.
Leads to something
just
else.
Action.
Yeah.
Just do things.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Mine is not nearly as cool as yours.
No, it can be cool.
But still impactful.
I'm going to drink out of my embarrassingly pink
I don't know why she thinks her water bottle is embarrassing. She uses it every day.
It just is.
Yeah, mine is interesting too because I think it was 1999, maybe 2000. We had like a family computer, right? As many millennial children did, and because at the time we didn't have personal computers, it was often like in the hallway.
It wasn't
in the living room or something like that, where everybody could share your 30 minutes of allotted dial-up internet time. And I somehow convinced you to let me get The Sims. The Sims 1. I think it was maybe like 2000.
I mean, it seemed cute. You were just building houses.
It was rated M.
Well, I didn't
which
know
is
that.
like mature.
I don't know games,
Yeah,
so I
that's
didn't
true.
know that meant anything.
Parents these days are probably more well versed. But yeah, that I downloaded The Sims. Well, back in the day, you put the CD in and it took like 6 hours and there was like 7 discs and you had to keep putting the next one in. But because of that, I'll explain how, but it ended up with me starting my own business.
Yeah. Well, why is that not fun?
That's crazy.
Because you actually have your own business and I'm not the mayor.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, but still, it like led you to the steps necessary. But yeah, I started playing Sims as a kid and then played Sims my whole life. And in COVID, I was like, it would be kind of fun to do? Play Sims. So I re-downloaded it and I started making like houses, buildings, and then I would post them on Instagram.
Which I didn't understand at all.
It's just like a sharing. People just want to share.
But
you make something cool, you want to share it. People make art.
Oh,
I'm not saying
I know now.
Yeah.
But I didn't really
it was
get
called
it.
a Simstagram.
Okay.
And that led me to realizing that I could play Sims for people while I was live on Twitch. And because I started Twitch streaming, I used to hate work. I always said,
no,
do you remember this? Yes.
No,
I would say
it's
like,
true.
I hated working. I didn't like work. I didn't want to work. Like I hated all work. I did like the bare
You said
minimum.
when you came into COVID, you were training for this your whole life because you got furloughed
Yeah.
and then you got to stay home.
Yeah. It was great.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
You
it
are
was
not the
nice.
only millennial to say that.
No, it was like summer vacation
for a year and a half.
It was not that long. It was a couple months. But yeah, that led me to streaming on Twitch, and streaming on Twitch made me realize like I was doing all of this stuff, doing these events, I was promoting it, I was making social for it. I was like, oh, this is work. And it's fun.
Oh.
And through that, I was like, wait a second. If I was spending this amount of time and energy on my own business instead of begging people to give me $5 on the internet.
Oh, I do remember that.
I would make a lot more money.
Right.
So playing Sims translated to me being like, I guess I could run a business and maybe I do like work. And now I'm kind of like a workaholic.
You are. It's super
I'm not
weird.
a workaholic in the sense like I still unplug.
You
I can
work every
relax,
day.
But I like working and working is fun.
Oh, man.
And if
That's
me
the
from 3
dream.
years ago was watching this, she'd be like, who is that?
That's the dream.
But yeah, it's like fun and easy. And it took The Sims and me
Right.
streaming on Twitch to be like,
Where's the step that you took? Aside from you started as a kid, but then was the step when you came back to it
in COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing again.
Right.
And then I was like, maybe I'll stream on Twitch. And that led me to making TikToks. And now I know how to digitally market for people and scale digital products.
Right. I mean, so the lesson is to not think that something isn't ever going to be meaningful
Yeah.
or have an impact.
And even more so, just like say yes to things that are fun. Like do
that's good
things.
too.
That's my whole thing is like, I would have never done that. All of that was fun stuff that I was just like, maybe I'll try.
I talk to a lot of people because I work with leaders and they get frozen.
Yeah.
And when you get frozen, nothing happens.
Well, yeah.
And it might be just because they get into their head or they don't know which direction to go. And so they just do nothing. And that's when I kind of bring in this type of an anecdote is I just believe that I almost visualize like, it's like you're in the water and you just have to start treading or something, or you have to move something. You can make it be the air or the water, whatever you want. But movement is what everything is about. And it's what the whole universe, and I mean, our bodies are 98% liquid running through, right? There's movement all the time. And so when we get stiff and frozen, it's very
physically
organic and not normal.
and like
Yes.
spiritually or whatever.
Yeah. So it
Mentally.
can be something really small, but the important thing is it doesn't even really matter sometimes what it is when we feel stuck.
Yeah.
Just take that step or do something.
And I would argue if you like are feeling a lack of direction and feeling stuck, that the key is to find what brings you joy and do that.
Yeah.
Even if it's on a super small scale. Like if you're like, I don't know what to do in my business. Well, what do you like? Pick something and just spend time doing that.
This sounds very
It'll get you
millennial,
there.
if
Yeah.
we'll go back to that, because something that you guys brought into the workplace is that work should be enjoyable.
Yeah. You're welcome, Gen Z.
Yeah, I know, right? It didn't hit the workplace with wide open arms, though.
No.
Because
I feel like even still, that's kind of like...
Gen X is sitting there going, hey, man, who said this is supposed to be fun?
Yeah.
Like, just buckle down and do the work.
Yeah.
Because that comes from them being latchkey kids,
I don't
largely.
think it's even necessarily based on it being fun, too. I think millennials have a big...
deep meaning.
Yes.
I need work that's meaningful.
Yes. Yeah.
I was a little bit mocking.
That's fine.
But I do believe in meaningful work.
Yeah. You want to feel like you're making a difference.
I mean, look, one of your grandpas was a truck driver his whole life.
Yeah.
There is like not a lot of meaning there.
I mean, you could argue, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The meaning for him was he could create a better life.
Yeah.
So that generation worked to not be poor,
Yeah.
to buy their first house. So the focus wasn't like, is work meaningful? Is work fun?
Well, back then you could buy a house with a single salary.
You could.
And put yourself through college.
But it kind of
working at a
turned
nice
into
cream
like,
shop.
let's grind at work. And
Yeah.
then I come home and I have the life that I built.
Yeah.
But work could be
But
garbage.
that doesn't exist for people anymore.
Well-
so now it's like if you're going to be at work, right? You know,
Yeah.
8 hours a day, you need it to be meaningful or else you're going to go insane.
That is what the millennials say.
Yes. Like, because you come home and guess what? Life still sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's a privilege to be able to do work we like.
Yeah.
And it is an opportunity that wasn't there a couple generations ago.
No, but for me, it's one that I kind of created out of thin air. Like we were living in a crazy time where if you want to do something, you can find a way to have it bring you money. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's my own personal experience speaking, but I do think that it's easier than it's ever been in a weird way to make money doing
Right.
non-traditional things.
Ooh, I'm going to dip into politics for a second.
Okay, please do. That's what you're good at.
So there's, thanks.
I wasn't being sassy.
Depends who I'm going to tell to listen to the podcast or not. So there's a big push by the current administration to bring manufacturing back to America. Mm-hmm. Now we're experiencing that in Arizona with TSMC, Taiwan Superconductor. I don't know. It's got T's and M's and S's and C's. All right. So it's basically a factory that's in North Phoenix. Are you aware of this?
No.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Good.
Different, yeah.
Yeah. So it's the largest non-U.S. investment in a factory in the history of the U.S. It's north on the 17, about where it hits the 303. So they go to build this big project, and guess what? There's not enough workers in Arizona to take the construction jobs to build it. So you know what they did?
What?
They brought 10,000 Taiwanese people over to build the factory.
Okay. That's crazy.
Right. So now the housing and everything there has exploded. And then now that the factory in one phase is open, what do you think the workforce looks like?
The Taiwanese.
It's a lot of Taiwanese,
Yeah.
right? And so the point is we have a worker shortage in the U.S.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of White Lotus when she
Oh
said,
my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
you want to move to Taiwan?
And it was Thailand.
Yeah, I know.
In the
She
White
had
Lotus.
it- yeah,
So
she had it wrong.
entirely. What I was getting around to was we put manufacturing in other countries for lots of reasons. And we can't just bring it back and all of a sudden have a whole bunch of people who want to work in factories.
Yeah, I think maybe that ship has sailed.
It's possible. I mean, there probably are people who will do some of that work, and then people say, oh, there's robotics and
Yeah.
all of that. But the millennials are still looking for meaningful work.
Yeah.
And there are factory workers who find meaning in that.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to
sure.
ask people sometimes when they're like, let's bring it all back. I'm like, do your kids want to work there? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But it's not something that we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not raising kids and talking about your dream job. Why don't you just grow up, get a job in a factory,
Didn't we
and
used
support
to do
your
that?
family?
We used to
Sure.
have I feel like that was
Because
a thing at
they
some
were
point.
some of the highest paying jobs at the time. People came up out of poverty by working at Ford.
Ford, yeah, that's what I was thinking of
Or for example.
back in the day.
Yes. But it turns out Americans want to buy things for cheap.
Yeah.
And so you can't pay factory workers very well.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm not solving anything.
No.
I'm just saying it's an interesting thing that's happening right now.
Yeah.
Plus, it's kind of cool that you didn't know. Actually, if you want great Taiwanese food, it's like a whole cool community up there now because,
they built
partners
homes and stuff.
Yes. Well, they're taking, yes. And it's helping home values rise, but then they're also they're opening restaurants. Yeah. They're doing what immigrants do. Yes. Is create a really cool community around whatever it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
But I think we got to there because I was thinking about meaningful work.
Yeah.
I always like to remind you guys that not everybody gets to do that.
Yeah.
But
it's
it
super
is
privilege.
It's privilege and it's a great goal.
I mean, we're two white women sitting here, so everything that we say
true.
is going to be from the lens of privilege.
It's true. It's true. So that's just worth thinking about.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious about the next generation. Like, what are you seeing as you work with a lot of Gen Z women upstairs and on your... What do? You don't stream anymore.
No, I
what is
sell
your community?
Digital products. I consult.
Yes.
Yeah. The umbrella term that some people use is just digital marketing, but then people are like, what does that mean?
Sounds weird. Yeah. Then they want you to work for them.
Yeah.
You're not going to do
I don't
that.
sell or teach people how to do what I do.
What do you see as important to the next generation that's just coming into the workplace? What's important to them? Is it meaning?
I don't know. For Gen Z, I feel like I have no idea what maybe self-expression, I would say, is pretty valued for people. Mm-hmm. You're noticing now, like agencies and businesses that used to be a lot more professional, like stricter standards. Like think of airlines. They're like, oh, you can have tattoos now.
Oh,
like
yeah, they better. They've got nobody to work for them.
People have colored hair. Like I feel like that companies now are getting a lot more lax on their like appearance stuff.
True. What I'm also hearing is that, and I can't like verify any of this.
Yeah.
But stability is more important to them than it was
For
to you
some
guys.
people. Yeah.
Because by and large, they had Gen X parents.
Yeah.
Who got shafted by corporations, basically.
Yeah.
And so they're a little tainted that way.
Yeah.
But you guys were going and getting college degrees and then saying,
oh my gosh, I feel like I was the
oh,
last.
I'm going to go backpack or, take a couple years and work as a barista.
A barista.
A barista. Oh my gosh.
I feel like I was the last age to like get swindled into the whole college thing. Like when I was in high school, there was no like, what are you doing after high school?
Right.
It was what college are you going to?
Yeah. What university are you going to?
University? Sometimes community college, but I feel like now it's, for instance, the girl that does our social media graduated high school, built her business in her senior capstone, graduated high school,
so you do work
started
with Gen Zs.
Her business. Yeah.
Yes.
She was like, I'm not going to college. I built this whole business in my senior capstone. I'm just going to go do it.
Right.
18 years old.
Holy moly's.
Yeah. Like, I feel like
cool.
there's a lot of those. There's a lot of people that are like, why do I need a college degree? I can go learn something on YouTube. I can go buy a course. I can go do whatever I want. I can make money selling TikTok shop. There's a lot of that.
Or they're doing like really specific things that you need training for. Or
there's like a lot of, people that are like, well, I'm going to go be a doctor and I'm going to be a lawyer. And that's, you kind of still need all of that for. But I feel like for them, it just seems like a lot of opportunity, at least from my perspective, because I'm kind of in that world and I know like, what do you want to do? You can do anything. Like you can figure out a way to do something.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I know.
That's what we say. Good for you, millennial. You can do anything you want.
That is what it feels like though.
That is
in
what
this
the
day
other
and
parents
age.
told you. I tried to walk that line with you guys.
Yeah.
I really did.
I mean, I just feel like there's possibilities everywhere.
There are. But you can't be a professional basketball player.
Well, no, I mean, within reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could work closely with them in
true.
some way. You know what I mean?
Look at you.
Hey, there's always the silver lining.
So you are so good at spinning things. You call it a silver lining.
Yeah. It's almost like to a fault.
You're like a spin master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have told you before too, like even in the grimmest of my darkest days, I still would find something to be like, well,
yeah,
at least it's not this. Actually, my friends will come to me and ask me, they'll be like, here's this
spin this for
shitty
me?
situation I was given. Can you find the good things in this? Like one of my friends said, okay, I crashed my car, like a fender bender.
Yeah.
I said, one, well, it's not worse than a fender bender.
Oh, you will always say that.
Two,
are you
like,
safe?
you know
Good,
what I mean?
right.
Yeah. Like,
but then if she was hurt, you'd be like, but you weren't hurt worse.
Yeah. Well, which is some people, it's more than that though. It's like, you know, it's more about like being grateful that something worse didn't happen, which is often not what people want to hear. And I don't just go telling that to people unless unprompted.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right. We talked about doing a daily hack. Or
yes.
What are you currently obsessed with using or doing?
Yeah. Do you have one?
Well, give me a second.
Oh, I
know
one.
You do. So go ahead.
I recently learned about this thing on your phone.
I have one, but I'm
gonna be like a boomer here because it's probably something that a lot of people already know, but I didn't. And so my phone has focus modes.
Wait, you're like a boomer in that you know this or you didn't know
that I
know
didn't
it?
know.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boomer energy is like when something is popularized and techie and then you're a millennial and you don't know. You're like, oh, I feel like a boomer.
Oh, okay.
My phone has focus modes. I can basically have an entirely different phone setup depending on a time of day or location.
Okay.
So I have like...
What does that do for you?
So I wake up and I scroll TikTok every morning. And sometimes I don't like that I do that because it makes the time go by so fast. And it's like, I am very fortunate that I can like start work later in the day, start work at like 10:30. But I don't want to lay in bed and scroll my phone for 2 hours. Like that's horrible.
Oh.
I mean, like sometimes I do that, but I didn't want to do it anymore. So I made myself a phone that starts at like 6 a.m. and goes till like 10. And it's just like 3 things on the home screen. So my morning affirmation, my journal, my Aura ring, my chat GPT, because I talk to it a lot about like meditation and mindfulness and like all that stuff. So I'll do like a morning check-in with it and be like, what's my focus for today? And then I didn't scroll because that was all that was on my phone. Like it cleared off everything else.
But you know how to get out of that.
Yeah, of course. But
so your
it
brain
just like
isn't doing that?
It just was like a prompt to be better. I could have said no, not today, obviously. Right. But it really was impactful. And then I made one for work. Okay. And I made one for the evening. In the evening, I silenced all my work notifications. Oh. I feel like I'm a changed person.
No, I'm kidding.
I need to have better boundaries around like not working 24/7. But yeah, it's been really impactful. So if you haven't explored focus modes, go do it because I feel like I have a new phone. And I set like different pictures on the lock screen. You can literally like, it's like you have a separate phone.
I feel like that would be a great tip for the CEOs that I work with.
Yeah, like they
have a work mode. It's called on.
Yeah. No, they need to have like a mode that turns on when they leave their office.
Right.
So it's like, this is family mode.
And you can trigger it with when you're in certain places. It'll trigger the certain
times.
Mode. Huh.
It's pretty cool.
I don't have an iPhone.
So I'm obsessed with that. There probably is something similar on Android. Yeah, you're the only person in our family without an iPhone.
I like to be different.
She is the reason we cannot have a family group chat in our text messages.
We have to use Meta's product.
Yeah.
Much as we don't like that very much.
How many times have we tried to swap? Have you ever tried to get your family to change its group chat platform?
Right.
It is impossible. No matter what, somebody is always like,
that is the one thing everyone will argue about.
Yes.
Does everybody have one though?
Everybody, I don't know.
Has a family chat?
I don't think so. I think there's 5 of us in our family. And I think it's pretty unique that we talk as much as we do. Like my husband's family does not have a family group chat unless they do and he's not in it. That is possible.
And let's be clear, the husbands who were not born into the family do not want to be part of it.
No, they would get extremely overwhelmed.
Yeah. We don't talk bad about them.
No, not at all. It's just a lot of talking.
It's definitely a lot of
family too.
Yeah, for sure.
We talk about everything.
Okay. I'm obsessed right now.
Yeah. What is it?
I had to rearrange my whole exercise schedule.
Oh.
Because it used to be that we'd get up early and I'd go right out and do my walk and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I just hated that in the winter because it's cold and dark and I didn't want to get out of bed.
You change it in the winter. Yeah. Cyclical. You learn that being ADHD, you do everything in cycles.
Here's something that's stuck.
Yeah.
I think it's going to stick for a long time.
You think that? For me, it wouldn't.
It's so in the morning, I'm doing like if I'm going to do like my Peloton and my yoga and that kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But then I was missing that just sort of the walking and those types of things where you're just kind of moving around to stress.
Yeah.
Well, we have it at the end of the day, and I say we, it's your dad and I.
Yeah.
We have it at the end of the day, and we call it movement hour.
Yeah.
super cheesy. It's on our calendar,
Why
though.
is this revolutionary?
Because we used to, okay.
I thought you walked every afternoon and evening anyways.
No.
Oh.
And for years, like if I'm tired, which I love what I do, but there are days where it's like a
busy
emotional vacuum cleaner and
Yeah.
I'm just drained. And so what I did for years when I ran Ticket Force was I would come home and just like crash on the couch.
Yeah.
Or I would say, I just need a beer.
I don't remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah. So it was either like happy hour or the sofa.
Yeah.
Those are not great ways
Those
to
aren't
start
going to
your
make you feel
evening.
better. No.
But I don't have a lot. When I'm tired, I don't have a lot of good
Yeah.
decision making. So movement hour just means
Do
somewhere
something.
when we're done with our work day,
Yeah,
we're
you're
still
gonna go
pretty
move.
traditional. We go move and we can pick a walk.
I
We
like
can
the flexibility.
get on the bike.
It's very millennial of you.
We can play pickleball.
Yeah.
As long as we're moving.
I like
it's
it.
not strenuous. It's not like this is my workout for the day.
Yeah.
So there's no like discipline involved. It's,
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's
I actually
fun.
want to walk.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to have to move it indoors when it gets hot, which we can do.
Yeah.
This is revolutionary for me. So it's sort of like your phone.
Yeah.
Because I never thought about it that it didn't have to be like
Scary.
Some people go to the gym, but then
Yeah.
you talk yourself out of it when you're tired. You can be very tired
Yeah.
and just put your sneakers on and walk around.
Yeah.
And so it also is giving the brain break
Yeah.
from
Decision
the
making.
fatigue of the decision making.
Yeah. It's already,
It does a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's my hack.
we work out every day at the same time, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Sometimes Monday
Oh, so
through
this
Thursday.
is, you're doing this at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah, but ours is our workout.
But that's your workout.
But our rule is you just have to get the clothes on.
Oh.
As long as you get the clothes on and you go sit down there, we're allowed to quit. Except we always joke, okay, we put our clothes on.
Have you ever done it where you literally just put your clothes on and sit there?
No, we always
Oh.
do it. But
right.
that's kind of the hack is that like,
Yeah.
if you're having trouble getting started, just say, well, like all I have to do is put the clothes on. And then once you get down there and you're on the mat, you're like, well, I might as well just do it now.
I mean, look, we just go from thing to thing to thing to thing.
Yeah.
And I know what people's lives are like. You've got kids and family and work and the house and everybody's activities. And you're just like,
Yeah.
there's no pausing
I've been
in
doing
between.
something
Okay.
pretty revolutionary, I think. That's pretty woo woo. You know how when you go on vacation, or like maybe not vacation, but you take a few days off of work, you're at home, it's like easier to relax. Like you're like in a different headspace.
Okay.
You go on
going
vacation, you're
with you.
like,
Yes.
oh, I'm like standing on the dock. Like you're fine leaving your phone. You're not going to scroll as much
Okay.
because like you're on vacation. It feels
Okay.
nice. I realized the other day that that's just a mindset.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you.
So
I'm
I've
glad
just
you
been
got there.
doing that. I've just been pretending like I'm on vacation. Like yesterday, we like played games.
Well, 'cause you
and
just came
it
home from vacation,
Well, okay, true.
so-
I was trying to like ease myself back into the real world, but then I was like, wait a second. I feel so good when I'm on vacation, and it's so easy to relax. Why can't I just like tap into this every day?
Right.
It doesn't work so good when you're at work, but I told myself when I get home. When I get home, vacation time starts. Like I'm going to
Sure.
do a mental switch of like, I'm home, phone can be away. Because sometimes I just get antsy about like, what should I do? Like, I feel like there's all this pressure.
Oh.
When I'm on vacation, I'm just like, oh, I can just like,
Oh, yeah.
I can just like leave my phone and like
get
sit
you.
and watch TV. And you just have this like, kind of like
Okay.
nice, relaxed feeling like you're on vacation. Mm-hmm. So I've just been doing that at home. It's been working
Yeah.
and it feels very nice.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you can actually get where that works.
No, 100%. It's like visualizing. You're like tapping into that.
For me,
other
I don't
mindset.
even call it vacation. It's just life.
Yeah.
Like I try to not, I've never been a very dualistic person
Yeah.
where dualism is like you turn things on and off.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time?
We're doing good. We're almost at an hour.
So dualism is
Or
like
45
I live
minutes.
one way here and I live another way here.
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought of something really funny.
What?
I used to travel with this gal from work
Yeah.
and she was hilarious and we traveled a lot. And this is even maybe 10 years ago. So the number of men travelers versus women business travelers was like 10 to 1.
Yeah.
So we had a whole thing. We actually did a couple of little YouTube videos where we would be making fun of the businessmen like, yeah, Beth, can you get that contract over to, I'm getting ready to get on the plane.
Yeah.
And we just, this is the way they live like all the time. But I also know that some of them would have like this whole different way they live when they traveled.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them told me that they did. They ate bad food.
Well, yeah.
Right.
They're like traveling.
I don't even want to talk about bad stuff they did.
Yeah.
Some of it was a smaller degree, but like they just let themselves do really stupid things that they felt like were irresponsible if they were home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are there two of you?
Yeah.
Like if you want to do the stupid things, then just be that person.
Yeah.
And do those things. So it's a little bit like that with vacation mode.
Yeah.
So I actually never go on vacation. I just move my life.
So that's what
from
I'm,
one place
that's
to
what
another.
that's what I'm going to work on doing is just making vacation mode all the time. And I was even thinking about, okay, I was just envisioning that like everything I did yesterday and even today, that like the beach is just like right over there. And so I was like thinking about on my walk, like, oh, this is so nice. If you're on vacation, we would like take a little walk down to the beach and it would feel so much nicer than my regular walk around the neighborhood.
got a lake.
But I've
It's
just
not
been
bad.
pretending that the beach is just like right over there.
Oh, there you go.
So when I'm on my walk, I'm like, oh, this breeze is
we'll
so
check
nice.
in next week and we'll see how that's going.
And then for work, for
Yeah.
work, I've been just saying, well, what if I just worked by the ocean? Then it would just, I would just feel different.
I mean,
so I'm just trying to tap into
Braelyn,
that
you work on a
feeling.
third floor
I know,
patio
I know.
quite frequently.
It is beautiful and stunning. And it's like, I pinch myself every day that I get to work there.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to mentally, I'm the version of me that there's a beach like right over there. And that's just what I'm going to, so we'll see how it helps.
All right.
I've
So
been
we got
enjoying
3
myself.
hacks for today.
Yeah.
Vacation mode
Yeah.
all the time, even when you're working.
Yeah.
Focus mode on your phone.
Yeah.
That's going to give you more time.
Yeah. I literally had 2 hours this morning.
Totally going to challenge
and
the CEOs I work with to do that.
Was like life changing.
You had 2 extra hours
2 extra hours.
that were scrolling before.
Or my email.
Ooh, no,
I know.
don't do that.
I know.
You are not going to like the still picture of that photo.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm very expressive.
You
so I
are.
can never get Botox.
Are you a 9 on the Enneagram?
Yes.
So we're both body signs.
Yes.
Okay.
I make a lot of noises when I'm happy or
Moving around. This is
not
very,
excited.
very hard
Oh,
to
I've
hold
never
the mic
sat
still.
this still in my life.
This is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's maybe the first and last podcast
What was
we
your
ever
hack?
did. I mean, you kind of made fun of it, but movement hour at
Oh,
the end of the
movement
day.
hour. No, it's great. It's great. I think it's great. Yeah.
I mean, you could do that with kids.
I like it.
You
could
know,
do it.
you
It's
just put a
adaptable.
break between the day and the evening.
Yeah.
And then if you
Neurodivergent
don't-
people really have struggled with transition. So that's a
Yes.
great way to transition from.
And I'm assuming this is 8 to
work
5
too.
people. It doesn't matter if you work at a hospital and come home at 8 in the morning,
yeah.
right?
Your
Can
movement
be-
hour can be anytime.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the break there between, I think, is
And that it's on your calendar.
I am obsessed with this and can't believe that I'm 61 and just figured it out.
How does it feel to be that old and still be learning things like this?
Oh, your sister asked me this. I had dinner with her. She's 38. And she was like, I'm so exhausted of trying to learn and be and do and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said something very much like what you did. And she's like, oh, man.
Yeah.
You're still learning stuff? And I was like, yeah.
Finding what
But
works.
it's not a grind. So that's, you said, how
No,
does it feel?
I mean, it's a joy.
No. I mean, yes, because things get better. But
That's me saying,
I
you know.
can't make it
yes.
a joy. My mom is 90
Yeah.
and she's the one who taught me and I had the same aha moment. She was like
It
84
never stops.
and she was like, I just feel so bad because I wasn't nice to somebody at dinner tonight and I could have been better. And I was like, no, you do whatever you want. You're 84.
Yeah.
She was like, no, it's not how it works.
It never goes away.
No.
Yeah.
So what I told your sister was that it gets better because there's less, my experience, there's less striving around it. Like she's feeling the pressure in her 30s of,
Yeah.
I have to grow, adult, learn, do all the things, save money, think about retirement,
Yeah.
all the scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes less hard every decade.
You hope.
I literally told that to a group.
You hope so.
Oh, well, I think it can if you choose for it to
Yeah.
be, but
Not for everyone.
well,
I feel like that's the goal, is that it gets easier.
really?
Yeah. But some people have their feet stuck in the mud, right?
I don't know people that said being 60 sucks, but maybe.
Not
I
sucks,
mean-
but they might not it might not be any easier than
But
being
I told this
30.
group, we were closing out one of our CEO peer groups last week, and somebody was having a really tough time. And they're in their 40s. They've got it from all directions.
Yeah.
So they've got the kids and they've got the parents and they've got the spouse and, the nannies and all the things, and trying to juggle it all and feeling like they're doing none of it well.
Yeah.
And I hope it was encouraging, because they were saying, is it always going to be this hard? And I was just letting them talk to each other, but I'm the oldest one in the room.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can share with you. It doesn't have to be no.
Yeah.
And for me, it just naturally got easier.
Yeah. But I mean, you have a pretty growth mindset.
Well, I think that's a choice too.
Yeah.
All right. Are we good?
I feel like.
Was a good week?
I definitely had a good week.
Okay.
I mean, I just got back from vacation.
No,
so.
I meant this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to call it an ep?
That is
An ep of the
I
pod?
don't think officially. Yeah.
All right. We're out.
I guess that's everything for today.
Until next time, don't forget to move.
And go get your cookie.
Bye.
Bye.